Now on to our next speaker. Jeff Daiell is a candidate for the 2010 Libertarian nomination for governor. He's running on a platform of free markets, tax rollbacks, school choice, respect for civil liberties, and Texas sovereignty. He calls for reducing the state bureaucracy through more aggressive use of the Texas Sunset Act. He favors jury rights and supports the Second Amendment. Please welcome to the microphone, Mr. Jeff Daiell.
Do you agree with me that we should end the Fed? If you do agree with me that we should end the Fed, this speech is not for you. If you support the Fed because you are an executive, a director, or major stockholder in one of the Uber banks or mega corporations the Fed was created to favor, this speech is not for you. The speech is, rather, for those who sincerely believe that the Fed is good for the American people. To those who favor a level economic playing field, let me point out that the Fed was designed to tilt that field to benefit big business and big banking. If you want economic fair play, end the Fed. Are you a union activist, as my father was for many years? Remember that the huge corporations the Fed was established to favor tend to rely on machines rather than humans. That drives unemployment up, thus pushing wages down. If you champion the cause of labor, end the Fed. Do you worry about the environment? It was corporate giants like Exxon, villain of the Exxon Valdez debacle, that the central bank was designed to assist. One way to defend America's ecology is to end the Fed. Are you a peace advocate? Remember that a central bank facilitates the financing of military adventurism, that such institutions are a key component in the military-industrial complex. To put a halt to imperialism, end the Fed. Is the future of the First Amendment your concern? Remember that some have talked of the federal government providing financing for major newspapers, and that such involvements are nowadays often channeled through this banking juggernaut. How much independence would newspapers have if their financial survival depended on Washington? To keep the First Amendment meaningful, end the Fed. Do you work for state or local government? This agency's existence violates the 10th Amendment. To strike a blow for your independence from Washington, to strike a blow from their ever-expanding dictates, end the Fed. Are you a small business owner? You can help eliminate the overwhelming advantage the Halliburtons and Blackwaters of America have over you if you end the Fed. Even if you favor an active federal government, do you wish it were more efficient? One way to cut the budget without taking any funding away from any other program is to have Uncle Sam print his own currency rather than buying Federal Reserve notes. Advocates of fiscal prudence should demand that Congress end the Fed. Have you tired of the influence the corporate giants have over Congress? That influence comes from their size, and their size was one of the goals behind the creation of this central bank. To have a Congress that worries more about John Q. Public than about J.P. Morgan, end the Fed. Are you a consumer advocate? Rolling back the favoritism that helped make big business so big would mean greater competition for customers, and that would force prices down while forcing quality higher. To make Main Street more competitive with Wall Street, end the Fed. Does political corruption bother you? The central bank is so powerful. How much would a mega corporation be willing to pay to convince a president to appoint to the system's board their choice for the position? If you seek to remove a potential cause of misconduct, end the Fed. The fact is, whether you consider yourself a liberal, a conservative, a libertarian, or a constitutionalist, you should join the effort to eliminate this engine of inflation. this facilitator of imperialism, this agent of big business and the Uber banks, this enemy of small business, labor, taxpayers, and consumers. When it comes to the Federal Reserve System, our motto must be, don't just audit, end it. Thank you very much.